Well, what a difference a day makes. Just over 24 hours ago, I was here in 26-degree heat, setting snares. This evening, it's peeing down with rain. Literally 24 hours later. It's been raining most of the afternoon. It's been a slight drizzle, which I thought was going to be a good thing. It's obviously a nice bit of wet grass after a really hot day will bring the rabbits out. But this bit of drizzle's turning into quite heavy rain, so I'm thinking it may now keep them back in. But we'll see. The first port of call anyway is head down to the horse field and check the snares. I set another 5 snares in there this morning. So we've got 20 snares in there, so I'm going to go and check them and then have a bit of a drive around with the air rifle and see what's about. Hopefully there's a few around in the fresh cut fields, but we'll see. If you just tuned into this episode as well, I'll put a link in the description to episode 1. This is episode 2. So yesterday we settled the snares and done a little bit of shooting. Today we're picking up from where we left off yesterday. So if you haven't seen that one, links in the description. And also, I've never said this before, but please like and subscribe. I don't know if it makes a difference, but we'll see. Right, horsefield. So I've just pulled up at the horsefield and there's a rabbit. I'm going to try and zoom in on it. There's a rabbit in the edge eating at some bramble. In here, in over there. Oh, it's going to play funny buggers. No, it's not. There we go. Now there is a rabbit. Oh, you can just see it moving. Just see it moving in the left hand of the screen. Let's see if we can get a shot on it. If I can see a clear shot. Let's have a look. Oh, I can just see its eye. It's facing me. I'd like to wait for it to hop out a little bit. Or at least turn its head so it's not facing me. You should just be able to see it chewing. See if I can get it focused on it. See if I can clear the windscreen again. See him chewing the bramble there? Should be able to see him just in the left. Right, let's have a look. Oh, that's a pretty shot. Oh, he's just moved his head out of sight. There he is. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Right, let's go and pick him up and check the snares at the same time. Right, let's just go up, pick this rabbit up and check on them snares. Lovely. Nice shot. Just in behind the eye. Right in behind the eye. Wouldn't know anything about that. Nice rabbit, fully grown. Lovely. Right, so there's nothing in the snares, which to be honest I'm not particularly surprised about. The area they're sort of setting, I would more imagine them to be more chance overnight, so it's fairly open. So we'll be back first thing in the morning to check them. So now let's get back to the motor, a bit of a drive round. Fingers crossed we can get a few more. Right then guys, got one through a hole in the fence here. It's about 35 yards out. You can just about see it through the camera. There. See if we can get focused on it. There we go. Alright, when this one puts itself in a good position, gonna have a shot. Right, once this one puts his head around in a good position, we're on. There. Lovely. Lovely. He had his head round facing to the left, and I could get a shot into the temple just behind his eye. I wanted him facing the other side really, but through the scope I could see a nice clean shot at the left side of his head, so took it. Let's go and pick him up. So from where I was at around about 35 yards, that was crosshairs straight on the left side of his temple. It's about half grown, as you can see. Shot right in the back of the head. Nice rabbit. That's 2 so far for this evening. One thing I will just show you before I walk off is I don't see many people mention this these days, but when you shoot a rabbit, it's best to drain them. By draining them, what you're doing is basically getting the last bit of wee out of them. So all you do is run your thumb down the centre of the stomach and push down on the bladder. If there's anything left in there, that'll get rid of it. So that when you paunch it, you don't grab a handful of wee and spray it everywhere. So just drain them out, make sure there's no wee inside before you paunch them. So the rain's actually stopped now. So hot day yesterday, rain today, wet grass. It's going to really make the rabbits want to come out and feed. So we've got 2 in the bag already. Fingers crossed we could be in for a good evening, so stay tuned. That was a beautiful shot. I pulled up on that one. That would have been around about over the 50-yard mark. I'd say probably 55 yards. And pellet placed perfectly right in the temple. Another nice rabbit, fully grown. Really pleased with that shot. Okay, let's move on, see if we can get a couple more. Literally drove about 250 yards. And there's another one set out probably around about 35 yards. There's another one right in the temple. That's 4 this evening so far. shot, again around about 50 yards. So that's 5 for this evening. Another one, nice headshot, really big buck this one, a really big buck. So like I say, that's 5. I'm surprised, to be honest, that I'm losing the light as fast as I am. It's literally about 5 to 9 and the camera's struggling, it's really getting dark. So we may have time to get one more, we may not, but I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to get back in and drive on and see if we can get one more before the night ends. Right, well, I think that was a little bit optimistic. It's getting a little bit dark now, so I'm going to head back and paunch these rabbits out and then come back first thing in the morning and check my snares. The area I'm taking the rabbits to, I always paunch the rabbits in the same area for 2 reasons. I take them to this area because it's as far away from the snares as possible. So what I don't want the foxes doing is finding the insides of the rabbits and then coming to my snared areas and finding the rabbits in the snares. So it keeps them away from my snared areas. It also keeps them frequenting the same place. If they keep going to that place and they keep finding bits of rabbits to eat, they're going to keep visiting that area. So when the time comes to control the foxes, I know where I'm going to find them. So I'm going to go and do that now, and then like I say, I'll be back first thing in the morning and check these snares. Morning everyone, 6 AM and we're here to check the snares. I've actually brought Dealer with me today. A lot of you always ask how Dealer the lurcher is and how he's getting on, so I thought I'd bring him with me today and pick the snares up with him and see what he makes of it all. I don't want to take him with me when I'm putting them down, obviously leave his scent around, but let's get him out and see what he makes of it. Hopefully there's one of the snares. Has been through any of these snares, but I think we've literally just caught one in the other snares in the other field. So let's see what the pup makes of this. Yep, literally freshly caught just now. I saw him bolt through the field and hit the snare, well, not hit the snare, but I saw the snare whack over all the trees. Leave it. Oh. And nothing's been for any of the other snares by the look of it. Oh, that was a bit of adrenaline buzz for this morning. I thought the best way was obviously dog in one hand, rabbit the other, was to rabbit punch, make it quick back of the head, which wasn't easy with him trying to pull me, but I didn't want to let him get stuck in with obviously a snare around its neck and not knowing how he's going to react. Well, to be honest, I know how he's going to react. So yeah, I thought that was the best way. That's a good start to the morning, and not something I thought I'd get on camera. Just come a little bit further into the field and see we've got one in this snare too. around the neck. He's managed to tangle himself around this tree. There. So that's two in the snares this morning. The dog's never bothered when the rabbit's already dead. He takes an interest, but nowhere near as keen when there's no movement. One more snare to look at, which is just there, but I don't think there's anything in that one. No, nothing in that one. So that's two in the snares this morning, which I'm pleased with. I'm gonna get these picked up and then have a bit of a, you can see me, and have a bit of a drive around with the air rifle and see if we can get a couple more. So that rabbit we've just caught in the snare, to me, was a perfect example of an emergency run in use. As I went up the top of the hill, I saw the rabbit bolt from the horse field into the thicker grass of the next field along, and obviously caught himself up in the snare. That was one of the runs I set yesterday. They weren't good runs, although they were runs, they were emergency runs. And I think that was a great prime example of one being in use in the moment. It also shows to me as well that everything I'm doing, reading the runs, how I'm setting the snares, the height of the snares, where in the actual run I'm setting them, with obviously the beats and where he's taking off and where he's hopping, everything I'm doing is bang on. And I think that's just sort of confirmation of that, seeing it as it happens. I've had a bit of a drive round. There's not too much about this morning, so I think I'm going to end it here and get on back home and have some breakfast. We ended up with 12 rabbits, so I've got all them to joint up and get in the freezer when I get back. So my day is not over yet. It's 7:45, so it's only still early, but it feels like a good place now. I've had a good weekend at it. We finished on 12, like I say. We shot 9 with the air rifle and 3 in the snares. So I'm really pleased with what we got done. So yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully catch you again soon.